do want to let a real quick story. There's so many historical things. I don't have enough time, but the Indian dancers don't know this. That Tom, I was in went to Nish, and I was in a musical, Ain't It Get Your Gun, and they loaned us the Indian dancers' stuff for costuming. And it made an authenticity that was amazing and really helped the show. But the highlight was Terry Pecco chasing me with body paint, wanting to put it on me, and I was saying impolitely, "Stay away from me, sir." So it was a pretty story, and then I just ruined it.
You did.
I never ran faster in my life.
I remember painting my face white and black.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy Ball.
White on one side, black on the other.
No
And
politician.
it never comes out of your eyebrows.
So you're not going to be mayor.
So the next week, one eyebrow was white and one eyebrow was black, and the rest of it just, and Noxemo, whatever we were using to try to get it out, just didn't work. But I remember that one of the things we did was black and white, and then the rest of our body was painted red. So all your clothes that you used that weekend had the red body paint on it. Never came out.
Yeah, we used to have to put that body paint over all over.
Yeah.
Strip down.
Yeah, so we were completely red. All red, the color of Bayou Teche mud.
Exactly.
Jim, you mentioned you met Paul Schwing in Arkansas. Originally, there was a gentleman from New Iberia who retired in Arkansas on the White River. I forget his name. He played the piano.
He played the organ. And we stayed at his land the first year we went to White River.
We took a trip with Paul Schwing and his nephews, George Broussard. I don't know how Skip LaSalle got involved in that. We went to this gentleman's house and the record water of that summer, and it was, you could feel, you could hear the water move. There was so much water in the White River. It was amazing. That's why Paul Schwing was there visiting that gentleman from New Iberia.
What was his name?
I don't know your hair.
That was a black wig. We didn't have the right color hair. We didn't have the right color hair to be Indian. We had the we had the all black hair. Yes.
Yeah, that was good, man.
We had wigs and complete with feathers.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I was telling them, I remember one time we were dancing at the mall in Lafayette, and of course the snakes would snap at you from time to time, and this one particular time, Tom and I were in the middle doing our thing, and the snake got tangled up in my
headdress.
wig,
Yeah.
And there was a part where you had to take it out of your mouth and put it down, and then you had to kind of back up. And then, but anyway, it was tangled in the wig, and I couldn't get it out, so I just threw the wig and everything down on the ground.
Where did y'all get the snakes from?
We
Friends,
borrowed.
yeah, I think Jim had a couple of friends.
I didn't have the connection, no, someone else
Somebody
did,
had, yeah. They were bolas.
I remember the last year we did the snake dance, and I was new to the team, and my job was to, if the snakes got loose, catch them because we can't lose them. And the dance was going longer that year, whoever it was, because part of it was the Indian needs to get in and get the snake from the snake handler, the priest, who was Slick. And evidently, Slick, I understand you really weren't too fond of picking up them damn snakes.
Well, let's just say that between the boa constrictor and the hognose snake, okay, I would awful-time get bit, okay? And so I'd reach in, he would strike, and then I would strike. And I'd grab him.
I would come in and then go and do another circle. Right. Then he'd come in and go and do another circle. And he'd come in and he'd go, what's happening? Slick hasn't given me the snake yet.
I can't grab him, I'm getting bit too long. I had my hand, the better part of the boa constrictor had the mouth open. And I'm all cut up and went down, and then he won't let go. So I grabbed the hog nose, I gave it to Tom, you know? Finally, after the third round, Tom said, give me that damn snake. Off around he went. But I had the Blackman Coliseum for that. Oh yeah, my hand was all tore up. Oh yeah.
Well, I've got to tell you, I'm sorry. Well, Tav and George and who was the third brother? Alfred. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Y'all have excellent parents. Because I'll tell you why. When we started preparing for the, I'll give you an example. We started preparing for the White River Canoe Race. I did some research on vitamin E. And I thought that we all started to take vitamin
Absolutely.
E. However, Tom came to me and he said, you know, my parents aren't so sure about that vitamin E. You know? So I went down and met with him and, you know, talked about the benefits of vitamin E. And I assumed that we started taking vitamin E. Maybe you didn't.
I did.
Okay, that's why you are where you are today. So that was the vitamin E.
We were taking vitamin E.
Y'all bless the vitamin E.
The low carb diets.
The low carb diets, which we later learned really didn't help. But man, we would low trying to get us on low carb. We would just lose weight like a son of a gun.
We're ahead of your time, though, man.
We're 30 years, 40 years ahead of the time.
And then they told us after the week before,
Carbs.
go for carbs.
Spaghetti every night.
That's what we did. We were really good at that. And I remember poor Bill Hester, who was the only one not from Louisiana. Well, and he would say, Tov, Miss Jerry's food gives me the run. She puts too much pepper. We go, Bill, she doesn't put any pepper. but Tov, it gives me the runs. And we go, Bill, sorry, Bill, but nobody else is complaining about the food. But Tov, I get the runs every time I eat it. We missed you, Bill. And Bill,
We were preparing him for China.
we were preparing for China, and I remember we were in Mississippi, going to some race. We must have been going to Buffalo River or something, and we were passing through some place in Mississippi, and they got out and they went to some restaurant, and they had a very southern accent. And Bill says, I don't understand anything you're saying. Tav, can you translate for me? Yes, I speak Southern. And we ordered Bill food. Tav, I don't understand anything they're saying. So Bill was our local Yankee that we translated. And so he did good with us, and we did well with him. We miss you, Bill.
One of the items on one of the pictures we found was the itinerary for one of the ski trips, the Nanahala ski, the Appalachian, the Chio Ball hike. And the total costs for the transportation, gas, snow skiing, the hike, everything, it was $28 a person.
$28.
Wow. Well, Matt,
For the week.
we put 10 people in a row.
10 people in a car also.
Put 10 people in the car.
In the store.
So I'm gonna tell y'all why I didn't join earlier, or stay with y'all longer, is because y'all would have dehydrated MREs. And I'm thinking like, there are ice chests. It's like we don't have to live like this. I kept thinking that, and I was like 12, and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, I think they've lost their freaking minds. Y'all aren't in the freaking Sahara. You're driving by a freaking Wendy's. It's like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? And it's like, oh no.
Dehydrated food.
Yeah, right. And we're gonna sleep on rocks. And it's like, they're freaking blow up. Man, you know, y'all got vans with freaking trailers y'all carting, but oh no, it's just freaking paddles and leg vests. And I'm like, couldn't fit a freaking spare ice chest in there for, you know, soft drink or a hot dog, God forbid. I'm just saying, I was like, they're psychotic. I'm just gonna put it out there. Just the level.
One trip in Tracy's Comet. Tracy volunteered the Comet one day, and there was 6 of us in the Comet.
What's a comet?
A Comet was the smallest car made by the Mercury Company, and it was the smallest.
And it wasn't fast, dude.
It wasn't fast, and it didn't sit. And of course, it fit 4 uncomfortably, but we put 6 in it. And I remember 3 canoers could not sit in the back seat because our shoulders, so we would sit like this. And that trip, we had Scott Gerard with us.
Everybody was already.
Everybody, we would move Scott from the front seat to the back seat middle. Scott never got the seat in the side. Hey, it's my turn to get Scott now. So we put Scott from the middle seat to the back seat because we had Today's cars, there's no such thing as a bench seat in the front. Well, imagine having 3 seats, 3 people driving in the front of the car, and we would take Scott and move him from the middle uncomfortable seat to the back uncomfortable seat for the whole trip. You know?
More room?
Two quick stories on that. One on Sean and the freeze-dried food. Paul remembered this. Coming down the Appalachian Trail, we had dried apples after that afternoon. It was the best snack I ever had. When I get home, I'm going to buy some of these.
We would have eaten rocks.
I got worse.
Worse. We cooked. Remember the
I ain't
dehydrated
saying all day, freaking nasty dehydrated, this wasn't a good apple.
We were cooking on something.
I saw what y'all ate.
We were cooking a stew, and it fell over.
It was turkey
Noodle Supreme.
Turkey Noodle Supreme. And we had a poncho. It fell onto the poncho. Oh my God! So we picked up the poncho. We poured it back in with the rocks and the sticks and the things, and we eat it because we were going to let it go. It's all the food we had, and we ate it.
I see y'all eat dehydrated eggs.
Yes.
Let me explain to y'all how I got back into canoeing. I'll tell y'all the truth. So this is the truth. So I used to go paddling with I used to go hiking, and we would always have to walk to water, to a water source. And then I thought, I've been paddling my whole life. I can live on the water. And I got myself a canoe. And then I'd have an ice chest. And do you know, in a canoe, you can have like etouffee on the 3rd day out. You know what I'm saying? You can have steaks. You can have a beer.
We struck it.
And you're not even, you're just like drifting along. And I'm thinking, these guys, all this space, and you couldn't fit like food on your trip. And y'all were landing, and you had Jay Lachey following you with the trailer. And you ate dehydrated eggs. They got chickens in Arkansas. That's why I'm just thinking like, y'all lost your minds, man. Anyway, I'm just putting it out there.
We needed you more than you realize.
Well, I do have to say, my 3 boys were in Troop 17, and they had all the MREs, and I was like, what's with the MREs?
Right.
Why do y'all have to? We have to gather up enough MREs. I'm like, what? In August, we had MREs, Trip 17, just recently.
Who was on the hike?
1975.
Probably so, probably so.
That don't expire.
The hike.
Who was on the hike
Appalachian Trail.
that started up on the ridge above the Nanahill Outdoor Center? We went to the store there. We said, well, what's the weather? What's the snow conditions up on the ridge? And they said, oh, there might be a couple of inches of snow. What they didn't tell us was like 2 to 3 feet of snow, and then on top of that, I think we couldn't follow the trail, and but the mountainside was about like this, and we would hold onto a tree, pull yourself up, and then get to another tree, pull yourself up, and in the process, some of the equipment would fall out of our backpacks and all over the place, and we spent the night up on that ridge.
Mr. Fleming came with us, and we almost killed him.
Don't make that, Mark.
And I just remember Tom and Bill were in great hiking, and they would hike like they were running. And I was somewhere in the middle, and then Walter and your dad would come up the rear, and as soon as they
We take a break, yeah.
take the break, they go, okay, let's go! And you should see his face.
But just showed up.
And his face would just go. I remember thinking,
But I tell you what, where did we eat after that?
we ate some restaurant.
Shoney's.
Yes.
It was the best darn food like we
No
ever.
MREs?
No MREs. We
It
went.
wasn't our food, it was just food. It was just food, man. Y'all finally ate food again, and it was the best.
And there was
The only
tonic,
food.
and there was water. That's right. Turkey noodle supreme, complete with leaves and sticks.
Back to the comic story. I think it was on the Buffalo River. I think it was your race, Jim. When we went and we were paddling one evening, and it got significantly colder than we had expected.
Yes.
And we were in Tom's truck, and we had gone there all in the bed of the truck, but on the way back, now this was a single cab.
Single cab.
Oh my God. How many of y'all?
9 people in the single bed, and Walter in the back covered with life jacket.
Bernie in the back with a life jacket.
I love
And Tom had a standard. All I remember is I was between the door and the driveway.
Tom stuck on it, and other people shifted. They would go, look at clutch, brakes, shift. 3 people did 3 different things because there were 9 people in the cab of the truck.
Holy smokes.
We were small.
Yeah, the first time we all went to White River, I just remember, was it day 2, going into, your Tom's in this room at Jack's. I remember opening the door and it went, don't step! And because there were bodies sprawled everywhere. There were the 2 beds with
12 people in
Yeah,
there.
one room is by square footage.
There was no way to walk in. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Thank you. That was Hi, everybody. Goodbye.
Jack's.
Jack's.
Jack's is still there.
Jack's is still there.
Gaston's and Jack's.
Gaston's has expanded. Gaston is still there, but it is now the high end. It's one of the finest destination places for trout in the world. And those little dinky cabins that we went to have been all replaced with much nicer ones. And they actually have a little hotel-like thing there too that I stayed at.